Hi, I'm Maximilian Morrell. My first piece is Mark Antony from the Tragedy of Julius Caesar by William Shakespeare. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus have told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it were a grievous fault. And grievously has Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honourable man. So are they all, honourable men. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend. He was faithful, just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honourable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honourable man. When that the poor hath cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honourable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him with a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, he is an honourable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. So what cause withholds you then to mourn for him? Oh, judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and all men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar. I must pause till it come back to me. I will now perform my contemporary piece, Ham from Endgame by Samuel Beckett. The end is in the beginning, and yet you go on. Perhaps I could go on with my story, end it and begin another. Perhaps I could throw myself out on the floor, dig my nails into the cracks and drag myself forward with my fingers. It will be the end, and there I'll be, wondering what can have brought it on, and wondering what can have, why it was so long coming. There I'll be, in the old refuge, alone, against the silence and the stillness. If I can hold my peace and sit quiet, it will all be over with. Sound and motion, all over and done with. I'll have called my father, and I'll have called my son, and even twice or 3 times, in case they shouldn't have heard me the first time or the second. I'll say to myself, he'll come back, and then And then he couldn't. He's gone too far. And then all kinds of fantasies that I'm being watched. A rat, steps, breath held, and then babble, words like the solitary child who turns himself into children, 2, 3, so as to be together and whisper together in the dark. Moment upon moment, pattering down like the millet grains of that old Greek. And all life long you wait for that to mount up to a life. Let's get it over. I will now perform my devised piece, which was inspired by the painting Shadows. You're one of those caravan boys, those children who were killed. Oh, you are, aren't you? Well, it doesn't matter to me. Nothing really matters to me. What's that look for? You couldn't hide it forever. Just count yourself lucky I don't have any screws loose. You'd be dead by now. Funny thing, isn't it? Just now, you were at a dangerous fork in the road. It could have gone either way, I suppose. Then again, it could have gone either way when you escaped. The last survivor. You should learn quickly that this desert is kind to some and cruel to others. You can thank her. I've tried. But chances are she won't repay you kindly. That's how it goes. Better to accept the awful truth than to fill your head with lies. Works well for me. What? Too bleak for you? You need to get used to that type of thinking. You'll catch it soon enough. Listen, I'll drop you off at the next town over if you keep hidden under that shawl. Okay? I'll now perform my song, Mac the Knife, from the 2016 National Theatre production of the Three Penny Opera by Bertolt Brecht. In the freezing, stinking river, bobbing bodies rot and drown. It's not typhoid that's the killer. Mac the Knife has come to town. In the blazing fires of Soho are the children burned in flame. Mackie is watching from the pavement, knowing nothing, not to blame. In the city's constant turmoil, there is endless, slow decay. Mac the Knife grins as he watches, tips his hat and walks away. Mac the Knife grins as he watches, tips his hat and walks away. Video end.